survival of the fittest was a theory by Charles Darwin in his book, The Origin of the Species. He propounded that those species who were able to adapt to the changing climatic conditions were the ones who could survive and evolve. Toastmaster for the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Well, dinosaurs don't exist anymore because of not adapting to the changing climatic conditions. This theory of survival of the fittest is used as propaganda by a lot of multinational companies today. For instance, 2 decades earlier, you walk into a Kirana store and you will find Colgate having one type of toothpaste. Today, you walk into the toothpaste rack of any supermarket and you will find Colgate having 10 varieties of toothpaste like Colgate Sensitive, Colgate Total, Colgate Sensitive Pro Relief, Colgate Max Fresh, Colgate Kids toothpaste, which is targeted towards different segments of the audience. One of the reasons why this company would have come up with so many varieties would not be in the interest of dental hygiene, but to cut through competition and stay on top. A father working in such a type of environment will implement the same principle of survival of the fittest at home. He would be tough on his children and force them to compete in every activity without really understanding the child. While this may bring laurels to the child, but this robs him of his childhood. Education has been one sector that has been deeply affected by competition. Students today, instead of living carefree lives, thirsting for knowledge, undergo a lot of stress to stay afloat. Underperforming students of class 10 and 12 are driven to end their lives because of low marks. The competition starts as early as kindergarten and children are driven to end their lives. I spoke to a parent who had a 5-year-old son who was impaired with hearing with 1 year. The mother was advised by the doctors to admit this child in a regular school. The child, who's now in the 1st standard, is doing well in sports and other activities, but not academics. The child is now given an ultimatum by the principal that unless he improves in his academics, he would have to leave the school. I was appalled listening to the statement, and I just could not imagine the plight of this child. My own education journey from my kindergarten to my post-graduation has been one messy rat race. It has always been about getting higher grades in school or during graduation, the mad scramble to get employed. It has never been about enjoying the journey or getting to know more of myself as an individual. Throughout this period, throughout this journey, I have always wondered whether there was any such education model that understood education was not competing, not about getting an A grade or a 99% and to get entrance to a management college, but a more deeper experience. One day, on a casual discussion with my friend, I came across such a system. This is the Waldorf model, and what is unique about this system is that it does not have any competitive exams. The basis of this schooling is that every individual is born equal and has something that he or she has to offer to the world. The students in this form of education are trained in creative writing, in music, in working with the less fortunate to broaden their horizons. And by the time they graduate out of school, they come up with a positive mindset that the world is a great place to live in, not a place where they have to compete to succeed. These Waldorf graduates go on to have richer and meaningful lives. As I stand before you Toastmasters, I was very competitive during my management course, and I wanted a high-paying job, a high-flying job. This dream of mine got fulfilled when I landed myself into a high-paying sales job after my graduation. But here, it was only about achieving high sales numbers with no aspect given to any other part of the job. We had to compete very badly with our colleagues just to get small forms of recognitions from our higher-ups. I went through this for more than a year, and one fine day, I realized that this was it. I went into my manager's cabin and told him that this job is not giving me any kind of satisfaction and I'm going to move out. The manager respected my decision and I moved out. For a couple of days I was scared and I really didn't know what to do. Today as I stand before you, I have joined an advertising agency, taking a pay cut. But I'm enjoying myself, working in synergy in teams, and I've learned a lot during the last 6 months. Toastmasters. We are part of an organization which started 88 years ago by Ralph Medley to help people raise toast. Today this organization is prevalent in 113 countries and serves more than 260,000 members with its goals to kill the #1 fear of public speaking and build leadership qualities in individuals. This is the one place in the whole wide world that resonates with my theory of not competing but cooperating to surge forward. Week after week we meet where every single one of us gets the platform to speak without any inhibitions. We are encouraged by our evaluators and by our mentors to raise the bar and get us out of our comfort zones. We are appreciated by claps and pats on people's back, which gives us the self-belief to blossom. Finally, after a while, this fear of public speaking just vanishes out of the window and we have the confidence and the leadership skills to take on the world. This confidence helps us in our day-to-day activities where we are able to take tough decisions to reach our goals. So Toastmasters, let the next 11 months of the year be not the one of competing, of fighting a rat race, of doing better than your neighbor, but collaborating with each one of us and collectively reaching our goals. Back to the Toastmasters.